Good evening. Tonight we're on lesson 18 in our unit 3. Express units of time in terms of smaller units. So we're going back into the measurement unit. Here we go. Here's an important chart that we need to remember. It's the units of time. There are 60 seconds in 1 minute, 60 minutes in 1 hour, 24 hours in 1 day, 7 days in 1 week, 28 to 31 days in a month, depending on the month, 12 months in a year, there are 52 weeks in a year, 365 or 366 days in a year, because it could be leap year. That's in February. A decade, deca, that prefix, deca, decade, that root there is meaning 10 years. Century, cent, meaning 100. And millennium, milli, saying 1,000 years. Just like when we have to convert, we say millicenti. Centi always means 100, and a milli always means 1,000. So we need to remember this chart to help us when we convert our measurements of time. 1 hour is blank times as long as 1 minute. We need to know the conversion. The conversion is 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So 1 hour is blank times as long as 1 minute. So we would say it's 60 times as long as 1 minute. We would say 1 times 60 is 1 minute would be 60, which is really equal to 1 minute. If we had to use a number line to help us figure out how many minutes are in each hour, well, if we have 0 hours, we have 0 minutes. 1 hour, we know, is the conversion, 60 minutes. What happens if we continued? We have 2 hours is equal to how many minutes? Well, we could do 60 times 2, and that is 120 minutes. So 2 hours is equal to 120 minutes. What about if we continued on? All right, continuing on from 2 hours, which is equal to 120 minutes, what about 3 hours? So if we know the conversion, 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour, what about 3 hours? So we would say 60 times 3 hours is how much? 6 times 3 is 18, and we add on our 0. So it becomes 180 minutes. But what about 4 hours? Same thing, the conversion, 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour, but we're talking now about 4 hours. So 6 times 4 is 24, and you add on your 0, so it's 240 minutes. And if you notice, every time we're going up, there's a pattern. It's going up by 60. So if we want to set up a chart to help us how many seconds are in 1 minute, we would do 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. And then what about if we said 5 minutes? Well, same thing. We would do 60 times 5. 5 times 6 is 30, and we add on our 0. Same thing with 7. Now we have 7 minutes. 7 times 6 is 42. Add on your 0, 420 seconds. Now we have 12 minutes. 12 times 6 is 72, and add on your 0. So 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds, 5 minutes is 300 seconds, 7 minutes is 420 seconds, and 12 minutes is 720 seconds. Find the number of seconds in 12 minutes and 30 seconds. So now if we have to figure out the conversion, so how many seconds are in a minute. So in 1 second, there are in 1 minute, let's erase that. In 1 minute, there are 60 seconds. So they want us to convert these minutes into seconds. But we already have some seconds, so we have to add that on. So 12 minutes is equal to how many seconds? Well, we have to take this conversion right here. So we're going to multiply 12 times 60. Well, 6 times 12 is 72, and then we need to add on our 0. So it's 720 seconds just in the 12 minutes. But don't forget to include the 30 seconds. So if we add on the 30 seconds, we're going to get 750. So in 12 minutes and 30 seconds, there are 750 seconds. Find the number of seconds in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. All right, same thing. In 1 minute, let's get our conversion. It's always good to have that written out. There is 60 seconds. All right, so if there are 2 minutes, we have to convert that and then add on the 15. So let's take our 60 times 2, and that's 120, because 6 times 2 is 12, and then add on the 0, plus the 15 extra seconds, and we get 135 seconds. Ray is awake for 14 hours, 15 minutes on a school day. He is at school for 6 hours, 20 minutes. How long is Ray awake when he is not in school? Okay, so it looks like that we're going to have to do some subtraction. We have 14 hours and 15 minutes on a school day, and he's at school for 6 hours and 20 minutes. So we have to take away the 6 hours and 20 minutes because we want to know how much time he is not in school. So let's set this up. We have 14 hours, and we have 15 minutes. All right, that's our first part, and we're going to subtract our other time. So we've got 6 hours and 20 minutes. All right, now looking at this, you could tell that we're not going to be able to take away 15 from 20. So we have to make a conversion here. We got to know about how many minutes are in 1 hour. Well, we always know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So we need to take away here an hour, which would give us 13 hours, and then add 60 minutes to this one, which would give us 75 minutes. Now we can subtract. How many minutes do we have now? We have 50, we have 55 minutes, and then we have 13 hours, take away 6 hours, is 7 hours. So how long is he awake when he's not in school? He is awake for 7 hours and 55 minutes. I love this. How cute is this kid? The look you give your friends when they say math is not fun? Really? You just said that math isn't fun? I have a hard time believing that. Well, let's try on some problems and see how much fun you do have. First one, 8 hours, 10 minutes is equal to how many minutes? I want to see your work tomorrow, which includes those conversions. You having fun yet? A movie is 2 hours and 35 minutes. How long is the movie in minutes? And yes, bring in your work tomorrow. I want to see those conversions. And I know you're having a blast. Woohoo! Math is fun. All right, have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.